Hello there, my good people. It's your boy, the Man Penguin here, and we are back today with some Hearts of Iron 4. Today's video is a bit of a challenge that I set for myself. It's not the most unique challenge in the whole wide world. Today we're going to be in the Soviet Union, Iron Man mode is on, historical AI focuses are also going to be on, and to make this challenge a little more interesting, I'm going to fully buff the Germans. My challenge today as the Soviet Union is to only use infantry. I can only use infantry divisions, so whatever, constitutes as infantry battalions or combat support battalions, I'm going to include that. I know, maybe you say, oh, you can't, but I'm going to. What prompted this actually was my Manchukuo game, and it just made me think, is 7.2s, are they actually good again? So I kind of wondered that, and that's what we're going to be answering today in this video. Are 7.2s good again? I only have one rule, other than obviously using infantry only. I can't use planes until 1945. If I could use planes earlier, it would kind of trivialize the video. Better change all the non-infantry divisions on over to infantry. Stalin decided we don't need tanks today, as is the wise and wisdom Stalin. What Stalin says, we do, and he said no tanks, so no tanks, and no planes until 1945. I don't know why he said that, but he said that. Because I'm not really worrying about Air Force right now, I actually can do the Red Seas fleet focuses, which I absolutely never do in my entire life. We are obviously sticking with the center. And all the years since No Step Back has come out, I've never gone non-Stalinist, and that'll probably stay the way it is. Soviet forces are in Spain. Even if you don't get involved in Spain, it's important to grab military advisors because it does give you Army XP gain, and it gives them some too, but who cares about them? I don't. Spain is such a great way to get Army XP. Also a great way to get Air XP if you actually, are using an Air Force, but I'm not, so not a great way to get Air XP. And there goes nationalist Spain. Good job to Spain. Definitely had nothing to do with 6 Soviet mountaineer divisions at all. Well, rip my generals, especially the guys who helped me fight in the Spanish Civil War. Let's see who got cowed. Zhukov did, that's great. I was training him too in Spain. Whatever. Whatever. I should probably make the NKVD here soon. Block of Rights and Trotskyists is done, so that's the purges all done and dusted with. I should probably start focusing a little bit on my economy. Wouldn't hurt. And the Tojos are preparing to be bad on my border, so better figure that out too. I almost forgot to do this, but the Finns are gonna get it. They're gonna get it, and they're gonna like it. Well, we'll just start a broad offensive. I'm actually gonna put my ships out so that they can start bombarding. And we'll see how the offensive goes. I mean, it does, it does stink to not have an air force or tanks. Who needs planes? Who needs tanks? All you need is a good amount of infantry. I want to address the fact that I did not choose the Soviet Union because, oh, Soviet Union only used infantry in World War II, man. No. This isn't a fucking haven for wearaboo pro-Nazi propaganda. Sorry, guys. The Soviet Union used way more than just infantry. I chose the Soviet Union because it's probably my favorite nation to play in the game, so I wanted to not suffer completely doing this, so I chose the Soviet Union because I like it that much. Not because of outdated German propaganda. And, well, there go the Finns quite easily. And what are we going to do with the Finns? What are we going to do? Well, we're going to release Karelia, because I like to do that. The reason I puppet the Finns, though, is that I don't have to deal with this front up here. Fuck that front. Nuh-uh. I'm going to be honest, we're probably going to need trench warfare. Let's be for real with ourselves. But, I also made the NKVD division here. It's kind of trash, but it's 25 width. Just wanted to test it out just to see. I do have to live against the Germans, and that's going to be very scary because they're fully buffed. So, yeah, I am preparing the Dnieper line. And here she comes. That's the war. Oh, boy. Let's just take a look and see what they got. Not bad. Actually, wow. I fully buffed these guys, and they're not that good. What's their industry look like? I mean, yeah, their industry is better than mine, but like, God, this is not the most intimidating German Reich I've ever seen. And I'm pretty sure I fully buffed them, right? Just a brief little interjection here from the future. I did fully buff the Germans, so, like, I'm not losing my mind. I definitely did that. The first place of the border they made it to was Riga. Well, I can't say I was particularly intimidated by their presence. This is really not that good of a Germany, but yeah. I'm really talking a lot of shit right now. I probably should refrain. They're officially attacking on the front, and, well, it's a good thing I built forts. Of course, this tile is always problematic. I think it's just because it can be attacked by 3 different tiles. Yeah, I'm being cast bombed pretty bad. Really, well, I'm not being cast bombed bad, but they do have a lot of casts over me, hitting my, infrastructure and stuff and my railroads. It ain't pretty, but they aren't really pushing either, so it's okay. Having a giant river that pretty much runs through the extent of your country, it's definitely not overpowered or anything. Yeah, the Germans really can't push me back. I've taken 105,000, I've dealt 1.8 mil. Good for Stalin. All with infantry, by the way. This is what the template looks like. Very basic, very simple. They're doing their work. This is my mountaineers. Again, very simple, very basic. And then this is what the NKVD division looks like, 25 width. Just wanted to fuck around with that one a little bit and just whatever. A viewer recommended to me to use radar and the static AA and just bring, AA in general. That works really well for shooting down enemy casts. I have shot down 127 this month and 304 over the past couple months of war. Definitely helps negate not having an air force, being able to shoot down their casts pretty efficiently. Turns out I should have buffed the Italians as well. Poor Italy. They're getting shafted. I really thought the buff Germans would actually be good, but I was wrong. But I really should have buffed the Italians. Should have given them a hand. Shit. Oh well, whatever. What are you gonna do? There they go into civil war. Poor Italians, man. Casualty-wise, and I'm really hesitant to push because the casualties look so good. 191,000 to 4.7 million. Dude, it's like I don't even want to fuck around. Like, I just want to sit here and just admire that. No, I know I need to get involved sooner or later. Oh my fucking god. The Spanish, which I saved, unfortunately, just declared war on the Germans, which has put me at war with the Japanese. I had a fear that the Japanese would somehow end up at war with me, so I kept divisions in the wings preparing for that moment. My infantry-only offensive is going pretty well here in Manchuria. It's like deja vu, me in Manchuria. It's not like I was here last video. The Axis, of course, kind of doing things, but not really doing things. Oh, and Manchuria capped, so time to mop up what's around here. Yeah, the offensive in Manchuria is going very, very well. I'd say I feel bad for the Japanese, but I don't. Infantry only, honestly, not that bad. I'm kind of thoroughly enjoying this. It's officially 1945, and the world, I mean, I haven't changed the front line at all. This is going pretty decently over here, though. This means I can officially start producing planes, so we're going to get right on that. Well, I'm producing some fighters, I'm producing some CAS, but I'm going to start an offensive now in the Baltic states. There's literally no German divisions on the border, so who cares? We'll just go with the offensive and see how she goes. I might time-lapse it, what the hell. Well, the Germans capped. I've taken 1.29 million casualties in this war, only 578,000 in that, like, infantry offensive, which I think is really impressive. Very low casualties considering. I've dealt 8.8 mil to the Germans, but the Axis should be dead very soon once Bulgaria goes the way of the dodo, which, at the rate of my offensive, ain't gonna be much longer. Yep. And there they go. I will see you all after the peace deal. Alright, and there's the peace deal. The Soviet Union looks very, very, very nice. But even with how nice my Soviet Union looks, this war is still not over yet. Oh, what the fuck? Did they cap the Japs? No. Okay, I'm sorry. How did this happen? I don't understand. I just lost all my China holdings except for Manchuria. I don't know what happened, and I don't care either. Well, apparently the Japanese capitulated at some point in time. I wasn't even paying attention, clearly. And there's the peace deal with the Japanese. I got a decent amount. I didn't even do anything, and I got a decent amount. I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to use the navy I've been building up, so... because I couldn't get to use my big navy against the Germans, we are going to join this war against the Allies instead. Seems only right, seems only fair. Go on about our offensives, friends. Into Japan, please. Oh, thank you. That'd be very nice. It is 47. I have a pretty decently sized air force, but even with my very large industry, my air force is still lagging behind just because I hadn't been building one for about 7 years. So I might be able to do some localized pushes, but for the most part, the front line's probably going to be pretty stale for a while. Hopefully I can just blow up the enemy's navy and destroy their planes and make things easier for my infantry only. We'll see how the Baltic fleet does. It has a lot of carriers. A lot of carriers, 3 super heavy battleships. I mean, I'll see how it does. I'm pretty excited to see how it does. Oh yeah, it should absolutely demolish the enemy fleet. I mean, obviously that was a very weak enemy fleet there. The Black Sea fleet's doing okay as well. It's just mainly whatever I could scrounge up from stealing navies from the AI. Yeah, the Baltic fleet did pretty good. 2 battleships, lots of destroyers. I think they came in piecemeal, so that helped the situation a lot. I enjoy building a navy in this game. I mean, it can be fun. It's time-consuming, though, so you kind of have to wait for the late-game games to build a really good navy, especially if you don't start with one. We already got them on the run, but let's see how the navy does against the Americans. Well, it looks like they're doing pretty darn tootin'. Of course, I couldn't blow up very many of them. Damn it, they landed. Oh, they fucking landed? Are you shitting me, dude? Yeah, we took care of their navy pretty well there, and I just cleaned up the encirclement nicely as well. Yeah, the enemy navy does not stand a chance against my much better navy. Yeah, war is just kind of going along. Communists trying to cap, but it doesn't matter because they can't push through where there's no supply. He just sucks. That's just the typical, simple, honest-to-goodness reality of the situation. I haven't really moved anywhere. I've just been kind of blowing up their air force, trying to at least. My Red Army is huge. It's got 13.9 million men. That is the consequence of running infantry only. Man, you just gotta love having like a god-tier air force and just shredding the enemy. I mean, yeah, I'm losing a lot of planes, but I'm also producing a lot of planes, so it doesn't even matter. It's just all about destroying the enemy's air force, which, after I get done with them here, that should be the vast majority they are gone and done and dusted with. And also just have to love a god-tier navy. It is time, I think, for the all-out offensive. We're just gonna have everybody go. You fellas want to go too? Why not? And honestly, my guys in China? Sure. We're all here for it. Hopefully this goes well. We'll see. I have a lot of CAS. But we shall see how it goes. I'm interested in the Benelux, really. I just completely overrun them. Oh my god. I mean, you look at the death stack of divisions right there. Holy moly. I love CAS. I love CAS when it's not being used against me and I'm able to use it against the AI. It's such a fun experience. Oh, I guess we're landing here too. I'm gonna have you force attack, fellas. Come on, let me get in the hull. All right, my Marines landed very beautifully because that's how they are. They're very beautiful Marines. But the guys are going. I'm actually just gonna let it. I'm gonna time lapse it again because whatever, you know. I feel like time lapses are somewhat interesting because you get to see, you know, what I do if I do anything. In this case, I'm just kind of letting the game battle plan me. And there goes Italy, and that is pretty much all of Europe under my control, a great swath of Asia as well. You know, I only had infantry, you know, I couldn't get planes till 1945, so I feel like I did a fairly decent job here. This was a lot of fun. I love playing the Soviet Union. Doing the infantry only was really interesting. I took way less losses than I was expecting. Like, throughout all of that, the losses were way lower, because I was running pure infantry for the most part. CAS obviously really helps lower the losses. If it was pure infantry, it would have been hell. It would have been undoable, basically, because you can't push without... I mean, you can push, you have to be really dedicated to push without, like, CAS or tanks, and I'm... Waiting till 1945 was enough for me. But this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed using the Navy again. That was a lot of fun. This video was really informative though today for me. Seeing that 7.2s are back, it's so nice to see. I mean, I miss 7.2s. I think we all have missed 7.2s a little bit in our heart. For those of you who do remember what 7.2s used to be, oh, it was delightful. And for those of you who don't know what 7.2s were, well, now you do. But of course, you know, that's really the video. Thank you all so much for joining. I shall see you all in the next video. Peace out.